racing with time. Justify the things you do, you must pay the price. Little boy grows up to become a man. He reflects the things he sees and what he wants to be. City life, living that city life. City life, living that city life. Growing up in the city, gets his education on the back of the bus. Making it in the city, his vision channeled by the challenge he must face. Little girl grows up to become a woman, torn between right and wrong, says a 50-50 chance. The news is brought to her by the 4/4 beat on her radio. Oh, city life, living that city life. City life, living that city life.
can cash your chips in. You know I'll let you win, girl. Make a gamble with your heart. You'll find that my loving is worth more than a dozen than any guy that you would choose. Big fun, we can have it all, girl. Just say you will. Big fun tonight, girl. It will be so nice. Big fun, we can have it all, girl. Just say you will. Big fun tonight, girl. It will be so nice.
Big fun tonight, hey, we gonna party down your hall. Big fun tonight, hey, we gonna do it right, yeah. Big fun tonight, hey, we gonna party down your hall. Big fun tonight, hey, we gonna do it right. Ladies, and you love it, hey, gonna party with the fellas tonight, are ya? Ho, say, gonna party with the fellas tonight, are ya? Ho, hey, big fun tonight, hey, we gonna party down your hall. Big fun tonight, woo!
Big fun, we can have it all, girl. Just say you will. Big fun tonight, girl. It will be so nice.
out these days. Tried to bring my past, it hurt, we had to go our separate ways. Like Humpty Dumpty, left me grumpy. Loved ones left out and it left me lonely. But it was all in the plan, it just grew me up. Telling the plans to myself like it's two of us. I learned to stand by myself when it's feeling sus. And that feeling inside is the one to trust. Can't nobody tell me what I can't do, cause the night's still young and I ain't through. It's the type of tune you blast through the sunroof. Gonna play this one back if you need proof. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. What you do? Took a leap of faith and landed on my feet. And what he do? Ordered my steps like I was keeping the beat. Say it ain't true. Weird energy, gotta keep it discreet. No kin to me, but always relay team. But I choose my battles well, no debating. Ran it up by myself like a relay team. Stayed 10 toes down even when I was down. Now I'm up, now I'm about to go 10 more rounds. Ain't nobody tell me what I can't do, cause the night's still young and I ain't through. It's the type of tune you blast through the sunroof. Gonna play this one back if you need proof. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let
Hello everybody, how you guys doing today? What is up? This is August 30th, 2020. The month's almost over. This is the last live stream of the month. Hopefully everybody's doing okay today. Been pretty cool today, which I've been happy about. So, welcome to the Keyse review. For those of you that are joining us, I'm happy that you guys are here with me today. And what you call it? I love doing this, man. There's just so much good stuff happening on with the Keyse review. Like, I got stuff that we're trying to plan. I'm trying to get something pretty cool for next week. So hopefully I can get it done. But I'm not going to unveil that right now because plans are not final yet. So, you know, look for some cool stuff next week. Maybe something that you can, let me just say, physically obtain. So, yes, let's get on to some stuff. We got a few things that's going on this week. And I got, let's see, I got people texting. Make sure they're not saying anything about the Keyse review. Okay, cool. We're good. So, welcome, guys. Welcome to the Keyse review. If you are, been with me, thank you for coming back, supporting me every week. Also, if you're a new subscriber or new viewer, I'm sorry. If you're a new visitor, if you want to subscribe and you like this stuff, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down at the bottom with the bell notification, which will tell you that every time I upload a video or go live. We also have the Patreon for those of you guys that want extra content and everything like that. Next week I am planning to do the after show next week, so I got a few Patreon members, so we are going to plan to do our first live show next week after live on this, probably about 3:30. Usually I give a little bit of time for intermission, so we'll do that next week. But like I said, if you're new, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and can we get some likes too, guys? Go ahead and hit those like buttons for the videos. Those will help me. It will help the YouTube algorithm get us some more visibility and everything like that, and be available to more people, basically. And the bigger we can get the Keyse review, the better, and the more features will get unlocked and everything like that. So let's get started. How about that, huh? So we have a few subjects here. So we have the video that I will show And hopefully, I've heard, there's been some copyright things, so hopefully I don't get copyright for showing this. I'm gonna take a chance. I might have to mute it on the replay. Hopefully not, but let's see. But we have Ratchet and Clank, the Rift Apart trailer, or gameplay actually. I'm sorry, not game trailer, gameplay. We have Call of Duty Cold War. Call of Duty, they might be expanding what the train does in Warzone. We also got the launch for the PS5 pre-order registration, so you can pre-register to, or let me say this, you can register for the pre-order, if that makes any sense, and I'll explain how that works, which, if you can get it, if you're a PlayStation user. We have the Chorus game trailer. We're going to be talking about, why aren't we seeing Xbox gameplay a little bit. Also, will we see the Series X, S, this coming up month. Jeep teases more of the Wagoneer pictures. GM teases the new Chevy boat. We also have the Chevy that's they're going to be refreshing the Corvette, so I'll be going over a few features with that. Samsung releases a new SSD, or they will be releasing a new SSD, and this sounds like a beast. We also have Intel news from Tiger Lake, so we got some more leaks from that, and they're having an event coming out this week. We also got some Nvidia leaks that is confirmed by Nvidia to be official, and we're going to do, because of the untimely death of Chadwick Boseman, we're going to be doing a minute of silence. So we're definitely going to be doing that to kind of, just honor his legacy a little bit. He's, very, very important in history. Lots of great iconic roles, like, playing in the movie 42, playing Black Panther, 21 Bridges, a lot of great movies, very important to minorities and the world just in general. So it's kind of sad, but we'll talk a little bit about that in the end before we close. So let's go ahead and get on to some stuff, and we're gonna start off with some gaming stuff. So we do have Ratchet and Clank, so let me go ahead and change the slide here. So we have Sony has released the trailer. Sony and Insomniac have released the trailer for Ratchet and Clank Drift Apart. So this is gonna be a huge game for Sony and the PlayStation brand, and this is going to be part of their PlayStation Studio brand, where this is like their first party studio. So Sony had bought up they bought Insomniac, I think this year, if I remember. I have to check back in my notes. I think I announced that a few weeks ago, but they announced in the notes that they bought up Insomniac, and we're going to see a game that's going to be one of the top and probably one of the most visually stunning games in the PlayStation roster to launch. So let me go ahead and let's go and start that video. Oops, sorry, hold on. Looks like something is crossed over. Let me fix this real quick, guys. Let me stop the video. Hold on. Did my audio driver change? Let me change that back. Hold on, because I shouldn't be hearing no music. We got a little bit of technical difficulties here. Okay, I'll fix this. Let me go ahead and stop that. Make sure we're not hearing it again. There we go. Looked like my audio driver for some reason reset, so let's go ahead and let me reset this.
We're back. And not far from where we last saw him. We may still have time to put a stop to this.
Hey, I think I found the wombat!
Oh dear.
What Let's show him how it's done. All right, bringing out the big guns. Feels good that he's back in action. Last one! The train's pulling away. Let's go!
Now I'm definitely gonna miss my train!
Ratchet and Clank, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Put down the Dimensionator, Nefarious.
Put down the Dimensionator. Yeah, right. Today I will finally be free of the both of you. Soon, everything you see will be mine. Say goodbye. What did you do?
Was that supposed to happen?
Hitting Nefarious's device seems to have destabilized reality.
The bridge is shot! There has to be another way across.
The rifts appeared to react to your device. Try pointing it at one of them. That was rather exciting.
Gates before train! Release the Robo-Bots! Wait! Robo... What? That's all of them! Whoa! Watch your head!
This is worse than I had imagined.
Everyone look! It's Ratchet and Clank!
Sand sharks from above.
My heroes!
I knew you'd come.
Might as well.
Was that a kraken?
Or at least a very large octopus. I will never get used to that.
Hey, at least we're on the same planet this time. Nefarious is on the other side of that building. Let's get moving before he does anything else to break reality.
Did Dr. Nefarious really resurface after all these years just to try and take over the universe again?
Yeah, I kind of wish he was doing a worse job.
He must have more planned than he is telling us.
That's what I'm afraid of. Can't wait to see what's new. More butts? them. We have to get the Dimensionator away from Nefarious. Oh no, not right now! Whoa!
The dimensions are weakening considerably.
How bad is it?
Well, it is certainly not good.
Great!
Where are we?
Beats me.
We've been boarded! Get off me! Creature!
Clank!
Ratchet. We are too late. Ratchet?
Who? PlayStation.
Oh yeah. Look like people liking it in the chats. I'll play this. I would definitely play that. That's a big game, and we'll talk about it a little bit. And I'm sorry if I'm looking like I'm gonna be a little like looking off the camera because I'm trying to fix the music. For some reason, I'm not sure why the music switched over the input in my audio device, but yeah. So it's this game, Ratchet Clank. Ratchet Clank, for those of you that played a lot of PlayStation 1, know that it was a highly successful game during the PlayStation 1 era. One of those games that probably really moved the unit. The customization of your guns and your abilities and everything like that, you know what I'm saying, for adding abilities to Clank, it's just awesome, and we're gonna get that with the PlayStation. So Insomniac, I'm sorry, the company that had developed the game, had said a few things. So they said that the game will be available in 60 frames per second, or 60 hertz for TVs. That's pretty key, because a lot of people's like, oh well, I want to play this generation where my frame rates are faster, so I can react faster on the controller and it shows up on the screen a lot quicker. So excuse me, there will be a 60 hertz mode, 60 frames per second mode. There will be no loading screen on this game at all. There is nothing to load, guys. And this kind of just shows you the power of the PlayStation 5 and why they banked a lot on the SSD, the solid state drive, because you have to go to where basically with the technology that's in this system, they're going to take you to places that nobody ever's gone before. Game developers going to have so much freedom on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X too, but they're going to have so much freedom on these game systems. And actually, like, without having to be able to load it from an SSD or load it from an HDD or hard drive or from the disk, you're going to prevent duplicating environments, because they have to, in order to make it seems like there's no loading screen, they actually have to have some loading elements in them. So like an elevator scene in the game or the subway ride in Spider-Man, those are loading screens actually, guys. You're not seeing it say loading, but it's loading in the background. God of War, when you go into the little portal and stuff like that, that's what God of War does, So those little things like that is like one of the reasons that the SSD was like, that it's going to be one of the biggest focal points of the PlayStation 5 system. You know what I'm saying? And to have no loading screen on a game, we don't have to wait for stuff to start off, because the SSD that Sony had built with Samsung can load just like that. Like, we won't even know it's loading. And it will also save the developer times for having to do like these tricks and everything like that, and creating hallways and long roads and stuff like that in order to get the game playing. So I'm really, really happy that we're going to see the good stuff onto the SSD. You know what I'm saying? So we got that. I heard it's also going to utilize the DualSense control pretty good. So we'll see how that integrates into everything. Because the DualSense is going to be, again, another huge focal point for Sony. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how that works out. You know, so we got that going on for it. And I've also heard, or they not heard, they confirmed that this is going to be a launch title. Or launch, I shouldn't say launch title, a launch window title, meaning that this game's going to be released within the first 2 months of the PlayStation 5. So the game is going to be amazing. I'm definitely going to pick it up. You know, Ratchet and Clank, it was always a fun game. I didn't own all of them, but I owned a few of them, and I think this is going to be the perfect game to really, really showcase the things that the PlayStation 5 can do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I cannot wait for that game. Let's see, we got some comments. Oh my God, the graphics is off the charts, and I love closed captioning. Yeah, you can do closed captioning and everything in the game. And also note, guys, that with what I'm showing here, this is downscaled from the original video. So the graphics can look a lot better. And the cool thing I like about the video is that the graphics basically scales up to 4K. And from what I heard on an actual 4K TV, this thing looks beautiful. So look out for Ratchet and Clank. It's going to be huge. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. I just can't wait for that game to come out. So I got to find some time to play games too. I haven't been playing games. I've been busy, guys. But anyway, going up to what we have here, we have another game that's got announced this week, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I believe this is the game that they was teasing through Warzone on some of the cut screens. So I think I saw some of the cut screens and stuff like that. They've been teasing this game for a while. It's going to be coming out November 13th on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. This game should also be on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, for what I'm hearing. SX, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to start saying Xbox Series, I think, now. Because we know there should be an S somewhere, which we'll talk about later on in this podcast. So we got this. So I actually got a video that we can go ahead and play. So let's go ahead and get it done.
This war was a lie. Years of blood. Just to light the fuse of a secret war, decades in the making.
My fellow Americans, a nuclear conflict could well be mankind's last. We want to make this a more peaceful world.
5 days ago, we acquired intel. The Soviet agent Perseus is in play. If he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that could shift the balance of the Cold War.
Let's go find this shithead. Lock the dust.
Tell me how should I feel?
Mr. President.
Is the threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants.
Do I feel?
I know you won't fail us.
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare, including Warzone.
Yeah, baby. Games is a coming. We know it's about to hit that fall time, so we know a lot of stuff's going to be coming through for video games, especially. And considering that this is going to be a generational leap for the next consoles too, that we're going to have a lot of good stuff going on, man. So very excited. Of course, you saw it, release date's going to be on the 13th. This is the direct sequel to Black Ops 1. So for a lot of people that like Black Ops, like they really wanted a sequel to that, this is going to be their direct sequel to that game. I'm also hearing, and this is something cool, guys, check this out. The game will have multiple endings. Like, it's going to be more than one ending for the game. So you might have to play this game a few times, you know what I'm saying, to get the ending that you want, or to see the other endings. How many endings, I don't know. Infinity Ward has also said that this game will be cross-generational and cross-progression, meaning that you'll be able to carry your progress on from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, Xbox One to Xbox Series X, and cross-progression, meaning you can play with the across game consoles. So like we're doing now with Warzone and multiplayer, you can play with Xbox gamers and PlayStation gamers at the same time on the same map. So that's gonna be pretty cool, man. Like some good stuff. So we'll see what happens with the Infinity Ward in the next Call of Duty. Now we're gonna have some more stuff. Go ahead and hit this graphic up, and excuse me, I got like something on my tonsil, like some, I don't know, some meat or something like that. I've been trying to drink water to get it off. Just give me a minute, sorry. Ooh. But we got Call of Duty Warzone. So there's a little bit of information I just found out this morning, and producers from Warzone has said that they are planning to have more things on the train. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you that may see, if you see it in this B-roll right here, so you'll see the train rolling around and stuff like that right there. So they said that train's going to expand. So we don't know how much more features are going to be added to the train, but I'm wondering, because when you go into the map, when you play the game, because I actually talked about this with Kevin. I'm not sure if he's on right now, but I've talked about this with Kevin, where that train got stuff like missiles and everything like that on it. So can it be possible that you can use the missiles on that train? So see, that's them flying on it. You see how it's rolling around like that? Can you use the missiles on that train? That's going to be very interesting to find out. So we'll see what happens with that train. Like, the train in the stadium was big for this new season, for season 5 on Call of Duty. So I would be highly interested to see what happens with this train. Like, dude, if I can launch missiles off the train, yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath, especially when you got 150 people playing on the same map. So we'll definitely see what's going on with that. But that will be, you know, what we got for Warzone. I also have a quote from one of the directors. He said, we have a lot of ideas to discuss around the train. We wanted to get in there season 5 and have it to be a fun thing to interact with, where you have a lot of moments of vehicle chasing trains, people fighting over the trains, and that sort of thing. So I can tell you, if you guys playing Call of Duty Warzone, being on that train is harsh. Being on that train is harsh, man. Like, you know, we try to get on the train and stuff like that, and dude, you're getting battled. Like, it's no lie. You're gonna be on them for a fight, man. Like, there's been times where we can go a little bit around, but like the given is somebody's gonna come onto that train and gonna fight you. So that's what we got for that stuff right there. We got a few more comments. Oh, that look cool. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Wow, I see why so many people are gamers. Just so real. Yeah, games I feel is going to surpass movies. That's my personal opinion. In the next 5 years, they're going to completely pass movies for the #1 medium in the world. Games are that popular. I think I announced it a few weeks ago that there was a lady that was like 100 years old that made a record for the oldest gamer or something like that. Games, you gotta put it this way. You saw that in the Black Ops trailer, that games are having like real people in the games. you're having real actors and they're scanning their faces and they're putting them into the computer systems and everything like that. You know, you play NBA 2K, you can scan your own face and put it in 2K. You know, these are things that's becoming of games, and having the whole interactivity part of it, having the whole social aspect of it. That's why games are going to be one of the top. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, yeah, games are more than just something that kids mess around with anymore. Even if you play in, like, I don't know, what's the game that they used to play on Facebook all the time? Farmville or something like that. And then you have the one I like to play, My Vegas, so you can get your comps for My Vegas. So, like, those are games. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're not like huge games like these, they're still games. And more people every day are playing video games. You know, you're playing on your cell phones, you're playing on your consoles, you're playing on your tablets, your computers. Games are going to be big, guys, you know? So, that's with that. Let me see. Y'all about to find... Oh my God, let me read this comment from Jania Wyatt. Y'all about to find me playing Call of Duty, LOL. And I'm going to tell you this. There's a lot of women now that's playing Call of Duties. In fact, if you guys go to Twitch, I've got a couple of girl gamers. I haven't watched a whole bunch of videos because I'll be busy all the time. But there are a lot of girls that stream and they play games like Call of Duty and they stream on Twitch. So if you guys want to see some female gamers, go to Twitch. There's also I think there's a group that I'm following that has like black female gamers on there. So check out Twitch if you guys want to check that out. So I'll post a link if I can remember later, because I got a couple of projects to do today. But check that stuff out too. I think that's all what we have for that. So yeah, we can go over to the next slide here, and this is just going to be a little bit of B-roll, my most favorite PlayStation video here. Sony has released a registration for pre-orders. So a lot of people's been asking when can they get the pre-orders and everything like that. And excuse me. Jesus. If I can get whatever's off my tonsil, I'll be happy. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah. So I've got this already because everybody knows me personally. I've been a PlayStation gamer since #1, and I've always got every single. The only PlayStation thing I don't have was the PlayStation TV. That's the only one. Every other thing, including both the portables, I've owned. The registration for the PlayStation 5 has went out to certain people. So they say it's not going out to everybody. It's going to be a limited quality who gets it. But you're going to have first dibs on pre-order. So I did get the email. I think a couple of my buddies got the email because I had one of my buddies hit me up before me because I was at work and he's like, text, ding, 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 ding. Like, oh, dude, get the pre-order, get the pre-order. And I didn't look at it until I got home. But, you know, we don't know the price and anything like that still. But if you do have that link, and I'm not sure if they still giving any more out, but you'll be the one that has the first dibs on the PlayStation 5. And we know, especially considering what's happening with Microsoft right now, for the people that's kind of like conflicted on what system to get first, for those that like to get the dual systems, I highly believe that the PlayStation 5 is going to really sell out fast. Sony's saying that they're going to have about 10 million units ready by the end of January. So that's between November and January, they're going to have about 10 million units. Can Sony sell 10 million units between that time? That's going to be interesting. And I'm almost kind of saying they could. Like, you're not going to have any big AAA titles on the Xbox Series X. So, of course, the hardcore Xbox gamer is going to still buy the Xbox no matter what. But it's going to be the people that's in between that's going to be the question marks. So, it's like, can they really pull it off to where they can have enough systems for the demand? Because especially with COVID, like, that's one of the only things we can really do. You know, we can't really go out too many places, so you're going to play games, you know, you're going to watch some movies on Netflix. That, you know, all that can be done on the PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll definitely see what Sony has in store for that one, man. But that's going to be very interesting to see what happens with those pre-orders. I don't know if we're going to have a chance, which I hope, because I got a credit card with them, Amazon. So I'm hoping that you can choose the store with them. So if not, then I got to straighten out some other stuff. But I'm definitely going to pre-order the PlayStation. I know it's gonna cost a big chunk of money, so I'm gonna have to hustle up a couple more projects. I got a couple of projects I gotta do today, so hopefully I can get some money for that and clear up some space on the credit cards. So let's go on to the next news. So we're going on to a little bit of the things with Microsoft. Well, actually, this game that's called Chorus, this is actually going to be a multiplayer game, a multi-platform game. So this will be on the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. But, you know, of course, the Xbox was kind of promoting this, so I kind of put it under that banner. I got the gameplay trailer for that, so let's go ahead and check it out.
Together, we built order out of chaos. Each trial, each tribulation, we have overcome. Now we live in an age of unprecedented peace. We have prevailed thanks to her. Let her ascension serve as proof of our righteousness. It is in her honor that we strive for Chorus.
This ends with us.
That looks like a pretty good game. That looks like a pretty good game, you know. That's going to be a little bit different. I haven't seen like a game where it involved like a lot of flying since you can say maybe Star Wars. But that's going to be a pretty interesting game, and that one's going to be marketed a lot by Microsoft for the Xbox Series X, and I'm going to guess it's going to be on the Game Pass as well, which you know Microsoft puts in the Game Pass a lot. So we'll see what happens with that one too. And what will be of course, because I think this is, and the reason why I'm showcasing this, because I do think it's going to be a pretty big game, and I do think that I'm not going to say it's going to be like a AAA game. You know, I'm not going to say it's going to be like The Last of Us or Call of Duty or nothing like that. But I think this game has potential, you know, so that's why I kind of sold it off and everything like that. So let me see, we got some comments. They get intense. I think that was for the last one. They get intense. So yeah, if you talk about like Call of Duty, yeah, like it's very intense, because especially if you're playing Warzone, you got to understand Warzone, you have to go through 150 people. So basically, if you're playing in a team, that's about what, like 50 odd teams or something like that. So you got to go through 50 teams in order to win, and it's not easy because you got everybody shooting at you, you got people sniping at you, you got people throwing missiles on top of you, you got people trying to run you over with the car. You know, you got so much to worry about in Warzone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yes, I agree. That seems pretty interesting. I'm guessing you're talking about Chorus. Yeah, Chorus seems interesting. Like I'm definitely interested in that one right there. So we'll definitely see what happens with that stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about
Together.
I'm not sure why that's playing music, because I should have muted it. Oh, that's, why is that playing back? Because it should be this video. Cool. So let's go over. We're gonna talk a little bit about Xbox and my thought on it, and why have we why have we not seen any games on Xbox gameplay yet? You know, or I'm sorry, I wrote that wrong. Why haven't we seen any video games come out and be played directly on the Xbox Series X? This is something that I'm not going to say I'm worried about, because I'm pretty sure Microsoft's got everything, you know, working under control. But One thing that's different from what Sony's doing versus what Microsoft's doing, Sony's like, hey, everybody must have these games being able to play directly out the PlayStation 5, like the actual console. You have to play it out the PlayStation 5, or at least the majority of them. We have yet to see any real live gameplay outside of Microsoft, aside from Halo Infinite. I wonder what's taking Microsoft so long to get gameplay ready, because it's like, we're hitting September now. We're like, what, a day or so away from September. September is going to be a huge month for not just games, but techs all around. Everybody's going to start selling you something right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting. Excuse me. So sorry, guys. Can't wait. I don't know what's on my tonsils. Man, might have to go get some Mucinex, something like that. Whatever they talking about. It's like something like trapped right there. But anyway, it's coming to be September. We got all this stuff that's coming out in September, and we should start know pricing and everything like that. We should start knowing when the actual release dates of the system is going to be coming out. So it's interesting that Microsoft hasn't sold any real gameplay to any real game except for Halo Infinite. And Halo Infinite has, as we know, just got delayed a few weeks ago. So why don't we see any gameplay? I believe from the rumors say Microsoft's going to have an event this month. You have to show some games, and you have to show some good games. You know, if you have to get Madden, I mean, everybody knows what Madden is, but hey, get Madden as a gameplay, something. And don't just take it off the development kit. Don't just take it off the computer. Take it off of the actual Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series X should have been done way before the PlayStation 5 has been done, but yet we're seeing gameplay that's being piped out directly from a PlayStation 5. To me, I kind of find that a little bit odd. You know, like, you know, you guys comment in the chat and tell me if I'm crazy. I just feel it odd that we're supposed to be about, what, 2.5 months? Yeah, September. Yeah, about 2 months now away from the launch of these systems, and we're not seeing any gameplay that's coming directly from the systems. So I think one reason is that they're trying to give developers time to still, you know, finish and polish off the games and everything like that, especially since the last couple of events hasn't went their way. But I'm like, you know, they should be at the point to where you have to be finishing games, because especially if you're doing retail stuff and going through like Best Buy and Target and Walmart to sell these games, you know, the physical copies, you have to start being ready to put those out on disc. And especially with the COVID stuff may be shipping a lot slower. So you got to be able to start, you know, getting this gameplay off. You got these developers gonna have to start going gold. You know, if they're not gonna go gold, then maybe they need to just delay the game. But I just kind of find it interesting that we're not seeing anything of that nature right now from Microsoft, really, to be you know, seeing some actual gameplay on the actual system. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, like Jim Ryan from Sony said, hey, you know, the game's going to do the talking at the end, you know? So, and to have the games play on the system is huge. I understand that Microsoft wants to put Game Pass. I understand. That's Microsoft forte. They are a software company before anything else. They are a service company before anything else. So I completely understand where they're coming from, you know, and put some Game Pass and stuff like that. But at the same time, you want to be able to sell your flagship, you know, gaming platform for games. So we'll see what will happen with Microsoft with that. Also, the Series S. Will we see the Series S this month? I think that Microsoft needs to go ahead and just showcase the Series S. Like, it's no use to keep on waiting. Like, you have to release this system at launch. And for Microsoft not to show off the system is kind of, that's another thing that's kind of odd about Microsoft. Like, and this is kind of why I'm thinking, I don't know, Satya Nadella needs to talk to Phil Spencer or something, because it's like they're taking an extremely long time to show off the second system. You know what I'm saying? The weaker of the two system. Usually you probably want to show the weaker system off first before you show your flagship system off. But that's me. So the Series S, to me, I think the Series S is going to be good because it gets you to next gen without the huge price point. Because from what I'm hearing, this system could be about $300, which would probably be the cheapest one out of all the system Microsoft or Sony, you know, involved. So I think that they need to hurry up and show off the Series S, and they don't need to keep on dragging their feet about everything. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's what I got for gaming, guys. So we're gonna go ahead. We got a little bit of auto news. So as you see right here on the graphics, if you guys was watching the live stream last week, we know that Jeep has been teasing off the Grand Wagoneer, and this is another tease off them. So I'm hearing that they should be showing the event. I want to say this week. I didn't get the dates, but I think possibly this week they should be having a world premiere on the Wagoneer. So the Wagoneer is kind of like an old school vehicle that Chrysler's bringing back, Fiat Chrysler's bringing back, and from what I understand, I think it's going to be like I want to say a 6 or 7 passenger vehicle, and it's I don't know. I feel like it might challenge the Bronco a little bit, but I have to see what happens with the video. So I really want to see. So you saw actually, let's go back to the previous slide. So you kind of see right there, it looks like they have something on top. You see that? Looks like it's going to have like a cargo area on top of the roof. And this looks like the AC. So it looks like they kind of like fully modeled it. It's going to be almost like kind of like a luxury system, maybe even. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be interesting too, to see that stuff right there. I also have this little trailer right here. So let me go ahead and blow this up and play it for you guys. So let me hit the scenes. And that was basically it. So it was, you know, short little video. So it returns. It will be interesting to see what they would do. I'm gonna expect that they're probably gonna do something like some, you know, they're gonna do a lot of like telecommunications and autonomy on it. So we should definitely be seeing maybe like some hands-free self-driving technology in here. We should see a lot of smart car features in here, etc. So I don't have a lot on that vehicle, but you know, that's a little tease I wanted to show off real quick. So I think, like I said, I want to say it's this week. I'll confirm with you guys later, but I think this week we should be knowing more about the Wagoneer. So that's that. Go over to the GM side of things. GM's also teasing some more vehicles. So they, you know, they've been releasing stuff. So like we saw the beautiful cars that we seen. We saw some teasers of the Hummer, and then we seen the what's called the Lyric. The Lyric was so beautiful last week. I mean, oh my, like the Lyric might be a car that I would look at buying, honestly. Like that thing looks amazing. So we'll see. I almost should have put that back in the slides this week because that thing looks gorgeous. But here's the little trailer, and this is not much. I won't even put it on the main screen. It's just like a time-lapse thing right there. So that's going to be the new boat. So from what we got right now, and this comes directly from Chevy, there's going to be the Boat EV and Boat EVU. So, and they're saying that the Boat EVU will feature Super Cruise, which is going to be an industry first true hands-free driving technology for the highway, meaning that you can just put it in automation mode or whatever mode they're going to have it, and then, or I guess Super Cruise is what's going to be called, and then you just drive and basically let the car do all the work. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that. That's another quick teaser, so I don't have much info on that guy right there. But that's what we got for Chevy. So again, they're not revealing a lot because September is going to be something where they're going to be releasing a lot of news about. So let me see. We just had a new comment come out. Yes, man. I haven't forgot about that Lyric. Oh, that Lyric. That Lyric. That thing looks gorgeous. So anyway, we have Chevy also announcing that the 2021 Corvette has been refreshed. So here's some of the specs, and I'll go ahead, we'll bump this onto the full screen for you guys. So these are some of the new specs right here. So you got things like magnetic ride selection, selective control. That's going to be available without the Z51 package. You're gonna have wireless CarPlay and Android Auto standard. So it looks like on all Corvette models, regardless of what trim you get, you're gonna have all those wireless CarPlay and Android Auto already like built in. Doesn't have to worry about it. So meaning that instead of plugging in through USB, it's gonna use Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in order to get your CarPlay and your Android Auto on there. There's going to be a new red mist metallic tint coat exterior finish, silver flare metallic exterior color, sky cool gray yellow strike interior color, new full length dual racing stripe package. And people that know me know I love racing stripes. I can't wait to get my my sports car one day, my Camaro, get the stripes on it. So they're gonna have colors such as blue, orange, red, and yellow. They also got stinger stripes, which is going to be like some different looking stripes. So they're going to have those in 3 colors, which is going to be in carbon flash, edge red, carbon flash, edge yellow, and carbon flash midnight silver. And then they're going to have what's called driver mode, on-screen visualization, and new track digital tach monitor. That's going to be interesting. So, pretty much all the instrument cluster is just big TFT screens now. So you have that. They're going to have a standard buckle drive, a safety technology that, when active, can prevent the driver from shifting the vehicle out of park if the driver's seatbelt buckle is not locked up for 20 seconds. This feature is designed to help remind all drivers to buckle up before driving. People, put your seatbelts on, man. I've had family friends pass in Paris, unfortunately, for not wearing seatbelts. So please, guys, wear your seatbelts, man. It's your life. You only have one life. So, use your safety. Use your brain, man. You also have available magnetic selective ride control suspensions without the Z51 package, which actually, no, that's the same thing. So I wonder if that was that's repeat. So that's everything we already said right there. So those are the features of the new Corvette. And it's going to be pretty cool. The Corvette, I mean, that mid-engine, man, I need to get some money from somewhere, because I need a house with like a garage that can hold probably 10 cars, and I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much stuff out there. And the thing with this Corvette, the new mid-engine Corvette, they say you can be about 6'9" and fit comfortably in this car. So you guys know I'm about 6'5". And the Corvette has never been something comfortably that I can get in. So I haven't gotten to this vehicle yet, but to have this vehicle that's going to be big for, long leg people like me, it's going to be amazing. But, we'll see what they do for next year. We're going to go over to some computer stuff. So we're going to go to compute news. We have Samsung. Samsung is releasing their new SSD. So we're finally going to see some of the big companies. Cause this is one of the things I was wondering, why are the big companies not really coming out with any SSDs that's going to be PCIe 4.0. So for those of you that don't know, PCIe is kind of like how can I explain this? PCIe is kind of a technology to where it connects your product, your accessories to your processor. So just think of it as the road. Your road connects to different cities, right? The freeways connect to different cities. Think of it like the freeway. You know what I'm saying? So, getting a PCIe 4 is going to be a game changer for a lot of things. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X is using PCIe 4.0 technology. NVE stands for non-volatile memory. And these pretty much means that they don't have to, how can I explain? They don't have to be dictated by where they are onto the storage space. So Samsung will have your speeds to be about 6.5 gigabytes a second. So for those of you that don't know, we are on PCIe 3.0 for the majority of the computers and majority of the products. Even if you have even some of your tablets and stuff like that runs PCIe. A lot of them runs up to 2.4 gigabytes for the SSDs, which is fast. So you talk about from 2.4 to 6.5 gigabytes a second. So imagine taking a car and you're going 20 miles an hour and then all of a sudden you're going 70 miles per hour. Think of that much of a difference between the speeds. You can do 7 gigabytes of sequential writes, which is going to be about like how many times, or reads. I'm sorry, that's reads, not writes. So reads. So how much items it can read off the drives at the same time. 5,000 megabytes or 5 gigabytes worth of writes, and random 4K reads and writes instructions per second is going to be 1 million. So how many instructions can I throw into that SSD? 1 million. Like, who needs a million? Like, if app can take full advantage of the SSD, man, like, you're a pretty good and dope developer. Like, dude. So that's what we got for Samsung. So a couple of more subjects for today, guys. So we have Intel, and this is one of the big ones. Intel will be having an event this week. I believe that's going to be the 2nd. I should be live streaming this event. I believe it's going to be at 9 o'clock in the morning, so a lot of you guys might miss the initial event. So I have to check the calendar, but I do believe that it's going to be Tuesday, I want to say. So, you know, I've been talking a lot about their Tiger Lake for those of you guys that have been looking at it. So with their Tiger Lake platform, it's going to be a huge breakthrough situation for Intel, because for those of you that knows the 14 nanometer versus 10 nanometer, so the size of the die of the processor, going down to 10 nanometers is going to save you a lot of energy. So if you have like, take a slim laptop, right? Slim notebook, and you want the most battery life as possible while having the best performance as possible. That's why 10 nanometer matters so much, and that's why, like, you see AMD's on 7 nanometer for the majority of the processors right now. That's huge, because we're becoming more mobile and, you know, getting out there and doing stuff, and we're doing content creation, we're doing our homework, we're doing business, a lot of stuff. I like when I'm doing like the streams, or when I start like the ticker down at the bottom, I'm usually doing that on my Surface, and because I'm not at home, I'm usually away doing stuff or helping out clients. So I usually start a lot of that stuff onto my tablet before I go home and, you know, go into my main rig here. So to have the Tiger Lake, you know, on what Intel's calling the 10++ process, this is going to be huge for them, and this is going to be really, really great for performance, because what I'm getting for this flagship product, and you can tell this is going to be a mobile product, so it's going to have 4 cores and 8 virtual cores, or, you know, hyper-threading, what Intel like to call it. So basically, it's like you have 8 virtual processors on your computer, 8 brains, 8 virtual brains. And I think I explained that to people before. So you have 4 physical cores. So you basically have 4 physical brains, right? Think of your brain like, you know how your brain splits right to left? Think of that as your threads. It's going to have a base clock of 3 gigahertz. That's freaking crazy, because usually for mobile stuff, you usually hear about like 2 gigahertz. So to have 3 gigahertz, like, that's going to be pretty fast. Like, the clock speed and speed is really, really what you need. Tiger Lake's going to be the chip to get, you know what I'm saying? So do I have some, I think I have some B-roll, some specs. Yeah, so here's some specs on this screen. So I'll go ahead and actually, let's go ahead and put down the full right there for you guys. So this is like some of the stuff that it has, some of the scores and everything like that they rated. So you see right here, that's that 3 gigahertz. And look at that boost speed. So boost speed is basically, for those of you that don't know, when the processor is not hitting the thermal threshold, or is not hitting, like, you know, like say if this is like a 20 watt processor is not hitting that, it can boost itself automatically to about 4.8 gigahertz, almost 5 gigahertz. Intel has been working so hard at hitting this 5 gigahertz mark, is ridiculous. And it look like they're gonna be almost there starting off with Tiger Lake, you know. And you see right here, 4 cores, 8 threads. Here's the family right there. It uses DDR4 RAM, you know, the size of the memory, all that stuff. You can see Intel, of course. Compute unit. So this right here is gonna be the Xe's graphics card right here. So it's gonna use 96 compute units, which is going to be like thousands and thousands of cores. And then here's the clock speed for that, and it looks like it's going to have 3 gigabytes dedicated to itself right there. So you got a lot of stuff happening for this Tiger Lake. And the cool thing about it, like say if you're on the road and you're transcoding it, it's not going to take up a lot of process. And that in turn, that's not going to eat up all your battery life. You know what I'm saying? So like say if you got a video, you want to download and transcode it real quick and put it on your smartphone while you're out or you're on vacation or something like that, you can do that. You know, so Tiger Lake's going to be interesting. And that's why that's one of the reasons why I call this episode in general with all the other stuff that I announced, the calm before the storm, because this is literally the calm before the storm. Because like next week's podcast is going to be a monster, man. I can already tell you it's going to be a monster because we're going to have, I think, 3 or 4 events this week coming out. Intel and Nvidia, which we'll get. Nvidia is going to be our last subject of the day. So we're going to really see what Intel can do. This is going to be a huge milestone. This is probably what's going to get Intel back on the map. You know what I'm saying? So Intel is still the #1, primary chip manufacturer in my book. Besides, I mean, you can say Qualcomm is, or ARM. You can kind of say that, but honestly, it's really Intel because they own all their own factories and everything like that, or the majority of them. So, I also have a splash reel that should be, this picture I forgot. So here's the new logo right here. So I really like the way the logo looks, man. So this is what we're going to be seeing on the laptop right here. Now I think I got a web video on the next one, right? So let's click on this guy. Because this is not a, this is from like another user, but from Walking Cat. So we'll show this. Stop it. That's just repeating right there. But yeah, so that's gonna be their new Tiger Lake. And then as you can see, and I think I should have a photo of that I put on here too. Go over to the next slide. Oh, I gotta exit the web page first, huh? Let's go over. There we go. So as you can see right here, those are the 2 processors. So they got 2 different versions. I'm not sure what's the difference. Maybe just the package of which they'll go in, maybe. So these are the dice. So this, I'm going to guess, is going to be the graphics engine. So the XE graphics, and this is going to be the what they call these cores. There's a Willow core. This is going to be the Willow cores processor right there. So same thing here. The same thing, just in a smaller package right there. So it's gonna be cool, man, to see, man. Like Intel's one of my top companies in it. Like they haven't been doing that great the last couple of years. Like AMD been kicking some booty, man, kicking some Intel butt. Like they have. You can't say nothing bad about them. You know what I'm saying? So like it's gonna be interesting to see Intel get back on track. Cool. You guys good in the chat over there? How you guys doing in the chats? Good job, Intel. Yeah, I was definitely say good job for Intel. You know, so I would love to see Intel back on the map because they are one of my favorite companies. So, and to see them like not really being competitive and stuff like that, like they got the talent to do it. You know, I understand like Jim Keller left, and then they're basically forcing Dr. Murthy to leave, but they still got like Roger Kaduri. They still got all their other engineers and everything like that. So they just have to figure out. And I have heard that they're starting to cure yields where they're curing to where they don't have a shortage. So that's being fixed, and that's finally being cured. So it's still going to take some time before we see all that. But they're getting back on the right track. So, you know, we'll see what Intel does. You know, we'll definitely see what Intel does. Now, moving on to our last subject of the day, which is going to be Nvidia. And I know one of my buddies, he might be working right now, but Ahmad, like he's been looking for some Nvidia stuff, man. He's been texting me all week about this stuff. So we finally have some news for Nvidia. So for all the leaks and stuff like that I was showing off, they said that the leaks are real. So what did I put on this slide? I don't even remember. Oh, there we go. So you see all this, guys? All these is the new graphics processor chip. This is one chip, but this is everything that's inside the chip. So if you guys look right here, so you have the processing cluster, right? So you have the squares. So you see that's about 8 squares right here. So you see, oops, I'm double touching. So like you see you can see 4 up here, and then you see 4 down here. So that's the processing clusters, right? And then you go a little bit smaller into this streaming multiprocessor, right? And then inside of those green things, those are the actual cores. So depending on what processor you have, you're gonna have like literally like thousands of cores inside these things, guys. It's ridiculous. Like, it's really amazing to see what they're doing with transistor count and cores and how small. Like, we're talking about stuff that's like the size of the strand of your hair, like literally. So that's very, very interesting that, you know, how far technology can come, you know. And then you see like up here you have the interface where it connects to the computer. The gigathread engine, I'm not sure what that is, but you have the L2 catch. So the catches is basically like where the chips load information to in order to go out. And then NVLink, NVLink is usually how they connect to like other graphics cards and stuff like that. So here's the card. Nvidia has confirmed these pictures are real. These are the final, well, at least for the reference cards, these are the looks of them. This right here is from the company Zotac. So this is how their card's gonna look. So you see, let me actually bump that one up into the full screen so you guys can see that a little bit, because I did split it into 3 images. So I'll show you guys that. So those are gonna be the Zotac cards right there, guys. You know, this is like a how it's layered right there. So you see all that stuff. So yeah, man, got some good stuff. Here's the specs. So look at these big boys right there. So look at this, guys. So when I was talking about those CUDA cores, look at that. 5,248 cores, guys. Like, Jesus. Like, that's a lot of cores. 5,000 cores, guys. That's ridiculous. One's at a 1695 megahertz boost clock. The top card, the 3090. So this card, guys, is going to cost north of $1,500, by the way. But look how much RAM it got. Look at the frame buffer. Freaking 24 gigabytes. Like, lordy. But look how much power is going to... Guys, this sucker's going to suck some power. You know what I'm saying? 350 watts. Man, that's some power. You have the 380 right here. That's not that much farther back. You know, that one's still going to be sucking about 320 watts. That's going to have about 4,352 CUDA cores and running at a little bit higher clock speed, because you're going to have a little bit more headroom with it. A little bit less than half of the frame buffer right there. You know, and then you got the 3070. So this one is probably what everybody's going to get. And I'm not sure why I saw in the question marks, but I think this was like 1,000 CUDA cores, I want to say, and 16 gig. So this is more what everybody's probably going to be getting right here. So this card, if I had to guess, this card's probably going to cost about $300-400, and this is a lot more reasonable thermal power right here. So 220 watts. So that's what we're looking at more right there. So that's Nvidia, guys. So Nvidia is going to be coming out this week. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much everything I have for news. But I did want to get to this subject right here a little bit. We lost the iconic figure recently, and in Chadwick Boseman. And Chadwick, it's crazy because everybody know with the pandemic, we know stuff got delayed, and it's like everybody was looking forward to the success of Black Panther 2. Black Panther 2 will still happen, but it's got to happen without Chadwick, man. And it's kind of sad, and I wanted to do like a little small tribute with him today, because he's one of the very important actors in our history, and a guy that gave back to the community, played multiple iconic roles. You know what I'm saying? He played Jackie Robinson in 21. He played, of course, T'Challa and Black Panther. Yeah, other ones I can't remember the other movie he played in that was iconic, but he also played in 21 Bridges, which was a great movie. He played Return to the King, which was a great movie on Netflix. I mean, so many great, like, his artwork, like, so good. And we lost him at the young age of 43 years old, and it just sucks, For those of you that don't know, he died of colon cancer, and they said he's been battling colon cancer for actually the last 5 years. So imagine this dude battling cancer, and he has been doing movies through this cancer. Like, that's crazy, man. That's nuts. That just shows you his work ethic. Like, that's when you talk about a man, that's a man right there. Like, I don't know if I can do that. Everybody knows I've been going through a whole bunch of health issues recently. I guess I'm kind of doing stuff, but man, like, luckily I never had to deal with cancer, man. But it's just sad. Let me see. We got Cena's Corner. What's up, Cena's Corner? Hey, Cena's Corner, for those of you that don't know, is back. Just quick shout out to him. He's gonna have an episode, I think maybe tonight, that's gonna get released. So check out my boy Cena's Corner. That's my boy David McLean. So check him out tonight, guys. Let me see. Jania says Chadwick did some pretty amazing things. He will never be forgotten. Yeah, it's like we lost so many people this year, and then we got the pandemic, and then we lost Kobe, and then we're going through financial hardship. So this has been a hard year, and to see like, I kind of figure like Chadwick just passed away. It hurts, man. Like, it really, really does, man. Because it's like we won't see a second T'Challa Black Panther, And of course Black Panther's passed down, so it's easy to do that storyline. But I think we were supposed to get at least 2 more with Chadwick and Black Panther, and we won't get that. He's gone. So I wanted to do a tribute to him. I wanted to do a moment of silence. For Chadwick, and I know I see some of you guys, Tristan Williams saying Wakanda forever. Cena's Corner, what's up? Watching for work. Watch for work, just don't get in trouble, brother. But yeah, man. But yeah, Wakanda forever, man. This was still today hugely popular. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tell Google to give us a minute timer, and we're gonna give a moment of silence for Chadwick here. Hey Google, set timer for a minute. All right, guys, let's give a moment of silence.
And we're starting now.
Hey Google, stop alert. Okay, guys. So I wanted to do that little tribute. Chadwick was very important to, of course, very, very important to the black community. Very important to minorities, and very, very important to the world and the film industry. So he definitely will be missed. But, rest in peace, rest in heaven, Chadwick, and we'll miss you, brother, till we see. So anyway, guys, that's what we got for the day. Pretty much. Anybody else got anything in the chat? I'll leave it open if you guys want to ask any questions or anything like that. A little bit shorter episode, obviously, but that's why we call it the calm before the storm, because it's about to get crazy. So oh yeah, because I turned on the music because of the thing. So let me turn up the music. Let me turn that back down right there. Let me start this again. So let's get some music, and I'll leave it a couple of minutes before the music. Actually, I don't know why that's still. Let me fix this real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why that's not going through my thing. We are having some technical difficulties today. But let me see, because my setting. I don't know why my sound settings was messing up today. Because this should be going through a whole different output. Let's see, voice meter. Cause yeah, we got that one through 2, and then this one should be through number 3 for VLC player. Let me do this. Let me just. I know what I can do. Go to default, and then go back to number 3. Now we should be playing in the correct thing now, right? There we go. Always more than one way to skin a cat. So, any questions, guys? Let me see what we got. We got Great Soul. Thank you very much. Hand claps. I appreciate it. Great as always, brother. You too, bro. I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to bring news to you guys, give some, you know, the reviews to you guys and everything like that. Like I said, I'm gonna plan something special for you guys next week. So I can't say details until it's final. But hopefully next week I can do a little something for you guys that's watching right now. Everything like that. And, you know, the Keyse review, we're gonna keep on rocking, man. Again, if you guys watching this for the first time, I really appreciate if you guys go ahead and hit the subscribe button down there. So if you go right here down to your YouTube, there's a big red subscribe button right there. So hit subscribe, and then there's going to be a bell notification that's going to be over here right next to it. So hit that. Everybody, if you can, like the channel. You know, hit the like on this particular video. So if you go outside the window, if you're on your cell phone or if you're on your computer, right under the video, there should be a like button. If you guys do me that favor, hit the like button. I'll greatly appreciate it. That'll help me out in the channel a lot. You know, we're definitely trying to get some more exposure. We're trying to get to that 100 users. I think we had, I wanted to say 54. I think we are. But, you know, I want to get to that 100 mark. Then we get the custom URLs. So all I can do and put on I'm doing some business cards too for the Keyse review. So I'm going to do it to where it can say youtube.com/Keyse review. So let's try to get to 100 subscribers together, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everything as always. Let me see. We got something popped up. Great show, great information, great skills. I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. So I try a lot, you know. Now I was out late and I still put together this show in like a few hours. So yeah, I'll be working hard, man. Be working hard for you guys. And this is, I mean, I'm at a point with the Keyse review now where this is fun, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? This has become fun, pretty much, except for today for whatever was happening with my music. You know, pretty much all the technical issues I got sorted out, and you know, you see, I got the intro videos. Like, we're making this through like a full production, you know, and hopefully things go right for me. I can get a new space where I can separate the studio from my bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And I got some big plans for next year, guys, for the Keyse review. You don't even know. I'm already planning. We're, you know, still months away. But I'll probably do that refresh on the 1-year anniversary, which should be in June for the Keyse review. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Unless anybody else has anything, leave it for a minute. But you know, again, just thank you for everybody that supports me. Thank you to my Patreons. I really appreciate it. Patreons, remember, next week I am planning to do an after show. So the after show should be about maybe like 30 minutes. You know, gonna be our first after show on there. You guys pays your money, so we're gonna do a little extra something for you guys. And just as we speaking, you know, Patreon's coming up right here. I always get confused with my directions, but right over here, Patreon. Hi to the Patreons. You want to become a Patreon? Hit up. The link should be at the bottom. Okay, guys. So, you know, that being said, that's all I got for you guys. Be safe, guys. We know we had some stuff happen last week, and I just want to say, make sure you guys do what you can to make it home. I don't like to put politics or anything like that in the channel, but I would say just be safe, guys. You know, be very, very safe. And, you know, just note that you're loved. And no matter what color of your skin, you're, you know, somebody loves you, you know, and we appreciate you being here and you contribute to the world as a whole. So be safe, guys. Love your neighbors, one another. Wear your mask, okay? Wear your mask. Wash your hands often. Gloves, whatever, guys. Be safe. My name is Marquise, and this is the Keyse Review. Signing off. Peace. One.
She's too fast, broken homes and empty pockets in her way. She got a lot of grief, you see. Only cared that she was free, pretending love, but it was a genuine fake. Yeah, well, I watched him change her ways. She was totally amazed how he loved her with such ease, but like a summer breeze. That's love calling. Ain't no way that you can fake it. Well, that's love calling. Can't escape it. Well, that's love calling. There ain't no way you can get by. Well, that's love calling. You might as well give love a try. You know they're happy with what they've got, and they say they've got to lie.